So that's everything for this favorites video. Hello, hi, hello, hello, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on the video and joining us. I hope you stick around. Today's a favorites video. I don't do a lot of favorites videos because I don't use a lot of new things. Once I find something I like, I stick with it for the most part, whether it be personal or for work. I mean, I guess you could say that that video I uploaded the things I didn't know I loved until I loved them. You could consider that a favorites video, I guess. Anyway, generally, I don't have enough new things to talk about in a favorites video to necessitate an entire video.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
But I have some stuff to share with you, and I figured it's the middle of the year, now's a good time. I have some nail stuff for the salon, and I have some makeup. I'm gonna start with the nail stuff so that if you're not interested in anything else, you don't have to finish watching it. Rude. But I guess I'll timestamp it in case you're not interested in the nail stuff. But I mean, anyway. So yeah, we'll start with the nail stuff, head into makeup, and that's that. Let's get to it. But don't forget, if you like this video, and if you like my other videos, give them a thumbs up. And subscribe. I don't know what else to say here. Turn on the notification bells, but I have literally none on. Right, okay, so first up, this is something that I got for the nail studio. And now that I'm thinking about it, you actually don't need to be a nail tech or anything to appreciate this. Hand towels. I know it seems like a really strange favorite. I like them a lot. I was normally just collecting dollar store hand towels, and some of them I've had for like upwards of 4 years or so. So they were starting to get kind of grungy. So we're walking through Costco one day and I'm like, look at that big pack of towels there. And I got them. Turns out they were face cloths, but we kept them because they're like hotel quality. They're so fluffy. You feel so nice on your face. I was able to get rid of those stained makeup ones. And then the next time we went, we actually found the hand towels, and these are fantastic. They're huge, so I have to actually fold the end in to make it usable on my desk. They are thick and plush. They feel so fancy, and similar to the face cloths, was also able to get rid of the really stained and dingy towels, and now I have all fresh, new white ones. They were, I want to say 17 bucks, and I think I got 10, maybe 27 bucks and I got 10. I'll have to double check. Luscious. Next, from the nail desk, scissors. First of all, every nail tech needs a pair of teeny scissors. But these are the perfect size for if you need to cut kind of like the shape of the form, if you need to cut the little notches out, or if you need to change the shape of the form a little bit or something. These are excellent because they are very, very sharp, very pointy, and small. So they're not getting in the way. The blades themselves are actually very small and so much easier to get into those little nooks and crannies, especially if you need to cut a notch in a form while it's on your client. I love them. And they have a little gold handle. The sweetest. So sweet. And they're very, very sharp. I have found so many uses for these little things. I had another pair of tiny scissors, but they weren't as pointy as these are. They were much more rounded, almost like safety scissors. So if you're looking for a pair of scissors for your nail desk, I highly recommend something teeny with really small, sharp blades and pointy. That's what you need. Last thing from the nail studio. This is actually what inspired this video. I was just so excited about having these and being able to use them and experimenting with them and playing with them. So this is actually what inspired this video, because this is something literally I've never used before, and it just, the whole world needs to know about these. We're talking about full cover gel tips. I have some Ugly Duckling tippies and some Après Gel X. These are, I'm sure if you're in the nail community, you've seen these around. So they are full cover gel tips. These are made of gel. These are essentially to create an enhancement along nail, but instead of having to glue on a plastic tip or fit a form and sculpt out a nail from the form, this does all the work for me. So I would fit it to each nail just like you would any regular tip. Think of like a press-on, but really, really fancy and professional. So basically this creates the structure, the apex, and the length that we need. So quick and simple, let me tell you. So I had seen these for quite some time now, a couple years. I had seen them floating around on the internet in a different suppliers that I've looked at and whatnot. I've always been like one of those people who, like a purist, if you will. Like I learned how to do nails and it was kind of like, well,
you're not a real tech if you don't use forms. You're not a real tech if you do this. You're not a real tech if you do that.
And for the longest time, I avoided using full cover tips like this because in my own head, I was like, I'm not a real tech if I'm not sculpting the nail. Like a bragging point, like,
I sculpt nails. I sculpt nails.
I did not get into nails because I was interested in the physics of it. I don't care about the structure. It's not true. I do care about the structure and the shape of the nail, but like just so it lasts and looks good. Some techs really love just sculpting and shaping a nail. That is their favorite part of the service. That is never was me. I like to do the art. I like the colors and the glitters and just creating nail art. I liked learning the proper structure and how to create and sculpt a nail out of different mediums. I love that I know how to do that, but that's not where I want the majority of my time and energy going into an appointment. I want most of my time and energy going into the art that I love to create. And then a fellow nail tech, Natalie from Hardcastle Nail Bar, her Instagram will be linked below. She does a fabulous work. She had posted a set she had done using the Gel X system and they looked so perfect, so beautiful. She just shot her a message. What do you think of this? Is it worth it? Doing this instead of using a tip or sculpting a nail is like better. Like, what do you think? So she was saying that since she's not really fast with sculpting nails yet, she finds this so much easier because she can focus on the art. And I'm like, okay, well, like I'm faster than I used to be at sculpting out a nail. But am I fast? No, especially with longer nails. It take me so long. So I hemmed and hawed about it a little bit. And then when I had to place my order when we were reopening, I decided, you know what? Let's give it a shot. So I went originally with the Ugly Duckling Tippies. I believe they only have just the two shapes. So pointed almond and a tapered square or coffin. And I believe their lengths are, they just have the two. I decided to go with the Ugly Duckling ones first, simply because they're a Canadian brand and I just prefer trying to support Canadian brands, distributors, you know, whatnot. And I was like, I'll just get these. I'll just get long ones. If somebody wants a shorter nail, I can just cut it and shape it myself. But this at least gets the enhancement on the nail. I had experimented around a little bit with a couple of my clients who are kind of like my guinea pigs. They let me try all my new things on them. I had played around with these and again, doing that, shortening them and all that jazz. And everybody who I used these on was messaging me or coming back and saying like,
listen, I don't know what sorcery you have put on my nails.
And everybody just seemed to really enjoy that concept. So it was at that point I was like, okay, listen, I've got these long ones, but now I feel like I'm wasting time shortening and reshaping, and most of my clients like medium length-ish nails. So I went and I ordered myself as many Gel X tips and shapes and lengths as I could find. And I have started, again, experimenting and playing around with my guinea pig clients, with these guys, with the Gel X guys, and I'm getting all of the same feedback. And it has honestly cut my service time in half. Then I have all this extra time to spend on art. I love it. I love it so much. I feel like they're a touch expensive for your like initial investment, but then you just go through them, and as you use up specific numbers, you can just repurchase whatever sizes you use the most of. So you don't have to repurchase the entire kit and caboodle. And the refill packs are like honestly $6 and you get 50 nails. But I really do think it's gonna save me money, time, energy, and give me more creativity. And I am so fucking excited about that. And I do find that they are absolutely thin enough that if you did want to put some glitter or something down and encapsulate it, I haven't had any problems at all. You definitely want to work as thin as you can in your layers. So if you are putting a loose glitter down, you really want to make sure that all those glitters are laid down flat. Normally when you do a set of nails and you encapsulate glitter, that gel over top is also part of your structure. You don't need that anymore. Remember, you have your structure already. This is just an on top design. So if you are encapsulating something, you don't have to go super thick and create the apex or all that structure. You're literally just encapsulating the glitter so that you can do a quick buff over to make sure there's no lumps and bumps. It's not a structure thing at all. It's literally just a texture thing, a smooth thing. And they are absolutely thin enough that you can do that and not bulk out the nail at all if you're working thin enough. And I prefer to use like glitters that just sit flat easily on the nail so that you don't have to do too much mussing around for them to not sit flat, if that makes sense. I have rambled enough about nail stuff. Let's quickly move on to these makeup items. It's mostly eye stuff. Okay, my current favorite brow combo is both from e.l.f. It's the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil from e.l.f. It has a spoolie and the tiniest pencil nugget. I love this. So what color am I using? Neutral brown. I think it is perfect for the hair color I have and the thinness that my brows are. Adore it. And then with that, I love the e.l.f. Wow Brow in, again, neutral brown. It has a nice teeny little spoolie. See how tiny it is? And because my brows are so tiny, it like still works. It doesn't get all over my face. And they stay so nice. They're not like crunchy texture in any way, but they like don't fluff back around or anything. Just stay where you put them. So these are from Sigma, the Detail Diffuse Crease. This is so soft and it's like so tiny. It fits in my crease and I have like pretty hooded eyes, so I can really like diffuse out the outer corner without having a gigantic puffy brush taking up my entire eyelid and then therefore blending my shadow out to like here. And then the Detail Blending Brush, so it's like fat, thin, fat, thin. I love this for like the outer corner. I can do a quick blend in the crease if I just want to use the one brush. Beautiful. I also love this for the under lash line because it's precise enough. If I just at the tip, if it's precise enough, I can keep it nice and tight to the lash line, or I can like change the angle of it and get, you know, that diffused, tired look. Next, this ColourPop Super Shock
In Ritz.
You see? So this is actually a Super Shock, ultra glitter. I don't know if it's like real glitter or if it's just like a really sparkly mica. It's really sparkly, and that's what I have on my eyeballs today. I use it a lot of times. I like to use it as a topper in general, just, and it adds a little extra sparkle. And I know that like it looks really pigmented when you swatch it like this, and you can use it at full like pigmentation like this, or if you just sort of dot it on your eyelid, it kind of just deposits more just the sparkle than the actual tone. So I like really like to top this over any sort of neutral eye look. I have another one very similar, but it's like an iridescent that I like to use to top over any colorful looks. Can't remember what that one's called. Ice Dream.
Adds a little bit of sparkle. Who doesn't want some sparkle?
Okay, these last two that I'm going to be talking about kind of go hand in hand because I use them together. First up is the Pixie Correction Concentrate in Brightening Peach. So it's a little teeny pot. I don't like pots like this because I generally have nails. Currently this one is broken, so I could in theory use it, but generally I have some kind of nail and I can't. It's gross. But I do find that like a nice dense dome brush works fabulous for this, or a concealer brush also works really well. Just give it a little swirl and then a little buff under the eye. It honestly just takes away that sort of blue purple look. It looks beautiful if you don't set it. Like when you first do it, it looks so beautiful and like glowy, but it definitely can slip around if it's not set, and it definitely seeps into fine lines if it's not set. So I love setting it with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh, and this one is in 110 Porcelain. So that's like the tone that I'm using for under my eyes. This is a little bit, teeny bit too light for the rest of my face, but I have 140. For some reason, in all of the stores that I shop in that sell CoverGirl, I could only find either translucent or 140. There was nothing lower than 140, so I thought, okay, I'll try the 140. It's a teeny bit deep for under my eyes, especially if I'm using the peach corrector. It's a little too much, but that's perfect if I want to use it on the rest of my face. Like if I need to set any other parts of my face, 140, perfect. So I can set the concealer and brighten under my eyes at the same time by using this. I've heard that this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I don't know what it is. Put this under my eyes and it kind of just flattens the area. It stops the light from reflecting off of any little fine lines that you might have, because that's definitely so emollient that the light reflects off of it in an oily sort of way. But then when you set it with this, it kind of just flattens everything out. I get very little creasing. Okay, so that is everything for this favorites video. It's strange, a bit random. That's okay. We love it. That's fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps out my channel, gets it into the algorithm, gets it into more eyeballs, and that's what we want. This is way too much effort for nobody to see. And leave me a comment down below. Have you tried any of these items? If you have, do you like them? Do you hate them? What items are like your go-tos, your favorites at the moment? Are they the same from the beginning of the year? Because mine are not. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave and turn on post notifications if you want. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I mean, I can't, so. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!